Wow. We are live. Third time's the charm. Howdy, howdy. Both players are live. Let's swap over to... Well, first of all, let's swap to the bracket, which has resized itself again. So currently AvGeek sitting at 17th place, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. As even as you can get, currently sitting on 9 points after a single home 3 points. While Pixel Andy on 5 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, a perfect 5-0 so far, 5-0-0. Can he keep it going for a 6th? Or will AV finish out her season on a win? Jump up to, I think we'll jump up to 14th place? Or at the very least could jump up a couple places if she gets a draw. Anyways, let's swap over. Both these players are live. Get the seed rolled. 6E, 1F, 9F. Maybe doing some level 29 warm up. 11 lines on 29. Oh, and now Andy doing some of his own. Bro thinks he's Pixel Andy doing the 29 warm-up. But it wouldn't be, I think it wouldn't be the first time the match between these two has been decided on kill screen. If it does come to that here. Third place ready for game number 1, so let's get it started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yes, the Jonas Cup rematch we've been waiting for. What a match these two had at Jonas Cup. I'd love to see Tetris of that caliber once more. The players are off. AB already with 2 Tetrises on the board, as now is Andy. AB an awkward middle. Gonna have to take some burns throwing those squares down the right hand side. Could set up for a dirty centre well. We'll set up for the dirty centre well. We'll get the dirty centre well. The row 4, column 4. I want to see at least 3 maxes. Well, we'll see. Andy in a bit of a dig will open up the right hand side, gets the Tetris up to 76,000, has that hole in column 2 he's going to have to reopen. AV takes Tetris to 117, taking an early lead in this first round. Nice bits there for AV. Ooh, but an early shift of the S leading to a Z hang. Got pretty high for AV. Not unmanageably high right now, but in the danger zone for Das, certainly. Just to plug that hole. Now plugging another hole. Opening it back up, wanting a bar. Gets the J. She has to block the hole just as the bar comes. Another bar comes though. She gets that split triple, bringing the board down just when it was starting to get near deadly heights. Gets another bar, bringing that board down. 136 for AV, but Pixel Andy has now taken the lead. 150, make that 172,000 points for Andy. So Andy now with a 2 Tetris lead, as AV still dealing with this dig. Gets the triple with that bar as Andy takes another Tetris. A double and a single. And a skimming of Tetris there for AV. Gets her out of the situation. The mic's kind of quiet. Hopefully this is better. So AV now 173,000 points. Tetris up to 196. Oh, very nice adjusted Tetris there for AV. Andy takes 2 Tetrises up to 265. AV another Tetris to 219 and another Tetris to 242. So only a Tetris behind in real time, but is ahead by 11 lines after that high up dig. So this is about a 4 Tetris pace lead for Andy. He's taking another Tetris up to 288. AV up to 264, Andy up to 311. Worst thing about these restreams is I can't redeem the Hecate channel rewards. True, Das Tetris doesn't have enough redeems. No, channels don't have enough redeems in Tetris. It's boring. What am I supposed to do with my channel points? Tetris for AV up to 313. Andy at 338, waiting on a bar at 80 lines. Tetris is up to 361 at 84, AV at 337 at 94. So behind by 30,000 and ahead by 10 lines is AV. Andy not letting up. Both these players are incredibly good dashers. Not only have they both made it into Dash Champions League and indeed into the top 24 playoff bracket, but both of them were in the top 8, or at least, or well, have made it to the top 8 of Dash Masters this month. I think so, at least. Or maybe Andy has not yet made it to the top 8, but is in the top 16. Oh yeah, Andy has not yet beaten Miles, but still needs to get through Miles to get to the top 8. But was the first seed for this month of Dash Masters. AV, meanwhile, in a high up dig, again gets the bar for that right hand side, but blocks off the centre well. Oh, but AV is going to be done at 394, which means Andy takes game 1. That dig up high, just not manageable. So Andy will take game 1, but still plenty more Tetris to be played. This is, as I think most of us know by now, a best of 6. Even though Andy's on 1, still, if he gets to 3, that's not the end of it. He needs to get to 4 to win the match, as does AV. Or if it goes to 3-3, then it is a tie. Ready for AV. So let's get it started with game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I just had a look at Andy's record. Not only is he 5-0 in terms of sets. Let me just check that I have that right. Nice key tuck there for Jade. AvGeek up to 3 Tetrises, as is Andy. Andy now at 4 Tetrises. Perfect through 4 of them. AV gonna have to take some skims, even out this very blue and white board. Bit of a spy in the centre for AV, but does take a Tetris up to 93. Okay, Andy. Oh, Andy was at 9,000, not 90,000. I totally misread that score. Okay, Andy is at 55, make that 77,000. Apologies. Okay, yeah, that was right. Andy has not only not lost a match, or even drawn a match in the 5 that he has played, he has yet to lose a single game. Andy has 4-0'd every opponent he's faced up until now. Will AV be the first one to make him spill some blood, I suppose? Tetris for Andy up to 174, AV at 171. Tetris for AV, 193, Andy 197. It's neck and neck through the first 45 lines. AV takes a double, and a Tetris. Andy taking a skim and a Tetris as well. Both players getting set up for the next Tetris. There's a Tetris for AV. Another bar to get her ready. Has to block off the well. Oh no, doesn't. But makes a hole in the stack. Reopens the hole with a few burns. Andy managing to be a bit more efficient through that and taking a Tetris lead. 267 to AV's 246. AV up high waiting for the bar, as is Andy. AV takes takes 3 burns. Andy taking some burns of his own. Takes a triple. AV gets the bar, gets the Tetris to 274. Andy gets the bar, gets the Tetris 299. Another Tetris for AV. Andy blocked off the well as the bar comes. Tetris for AV 319. Tetris for Andy 324. So there's a quarter of a Tetris between these two players, a triple between them. As we hit the 80 line mark. Andy now in a dig, but is set up for a left well. Row 5 Tetris and gets the left well row 5 Tetris. Takes the double, gonna try and transfer this back over to the right hand side. Piece is giving a bit of trouble, but with those 3 burns is gonna get set up nicely. AV taking some burns, waiting on the bar. 346 for AV, 352 for Andy. AV gets the Tetris up to 368. Andy gets the Tetris up to 375. AV with the Vets once again. Bar not coming as quickly this time. Takes a skim that's going to meet an awkward hole in the board. Andy gets another Tetris. AV gets cleaned up. Waiting on the bar now. There's the Tetris for AV up to 396. Andy at 400 flat. Tetris for Andy up to 422. Andy with the Tetris lead. AV takes a triple and then a Tetris. Andy taking a couple burns and a Tetris. 447 playing 425. This is such a close game so far. But they set up for another Tetris as we're 20 lines away from transition. Tetris for AV. Tetris for Andy. Tetris for Andy. Tetris for AV. Tetris for AV up to 495. Peeks ahead into the lead for a second. Andy takes the lead back. And AV goes back into the lead again. Andy with what could have been an awkward overhang setup, got wonderful pieces to fill that in, and will be through it nicely. 541 for Andy, 2 lines away from transition. AV's going to Tetris into transition 542, Andy's going to Tetris into transition 566, exactly a Tetris ahead into transition. Very close game here. All going to come down to this 19 play. Tetris of both players early on in 19. AV setting, or look like it's potentially setting up for a left well, but is going to burn out to the right well. Andy up to 616. Tetrising up to 641. AV at 598. Tetrising up to 625 into level 21. Andy Tetrising into level 21 at 668. So Andy now extending that lead by a Tetris. AV Tetrises, Andy Tetrises. AV Tetrises. Andy taking a couple skims, gets the Tetris though. AV Tetris ready. Takes a double, gets the bar, gets the Tetris to 708. Andy gets the Tetris 752. He is just not letting go of the gas. Neither is AV, but she needs to catch up, and Andy's not giving opportunity to. Andy gets the Tetris as AV taking a couple burns. AV going to be forced to block the well as the bar comes. Gets another bar though, gets the Tetris to 743. Andy at 788. Andy doing a bit of burning now, but the bar not coming for AV. Takes the single but blocks off the well at just the wrong time, does AV. Andy's still in the stick though. AV takes a triple, waiting on the bar. And there's the Tetris for AV up to 789. 798 for Andy, waiting on the bar now. Gonna Tetris into level 26 at 830, so still 40,000 points ahead of AV. Andy though, doing some more burning as AV's just waiting for this bar. AV hits that T-spin, very nice from AV. Andy's up high, 836 for Andy. 800 flat for AV. AV takes a double and takes the Tetris, up to 837. It's neck and neck. Andy, board falling apart, gets the bar over though, gets the Tetris. Can he get anything more from this? No, Andy's going to be done at 874. AV has a chase down, 875 required, just a triple required. Just a triple is required, she's set up for the Tetris. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris, and AV will take the game with a 904. Imagine she's going to go for the max here. Andy's first game loss, yes indeed. A perfect record drawn to a close by AV. Goes into kill screen 983, GG's. And now to one game pace. What a game. This is a blockbuster DAS match. Both players ready for game 3, so let's jump into it in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Thank you, Cincy J-Mac, for the follow. Tetris for Andy, up to 22,000, and Tetris for AV. She's already setting up another Vits. AV's board has been Vits central already this set. Does burn out of the Vits. The bar not coming. That's going to be the bar and the Tetris for both players. There's the Tetris for Andy. 49,000 for AV. 47,000 for Andy. Tetris for AV, Tetris for Andy. AV leading by, I think, a single and a half. AV going to be forced into some more burns as she opens up a hole in her board. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris to bring the board down. Nice J is going to flatten the board out. Tetris for Andy though, it is going to take the lead up at 121,000 to AV's 104. AV is now clean. Tetris ready, gets the bar, gets the Tetris. Andy getting a Tetris as well. Oh, any EP people in chat? Well, I have already done about 3 hours of restreaming today and tournament organising, and then I decided to take this, and then it got moved back 2 hours. So I'm you could say I'm rather EP, but I'm coping. AV up to 174, Tetrising up to 196, Andy up to 15. So Andy with the Tetris lead as we're 50 lines in, 219 versus 238. Oh, 3/4 of a Tetris. Tetris for AV. Giving a Tetris there for Andy and Tetris for AV. Ooh, AV hanging that bar in column 8. The early shift. but does just skim to get Tetris ready, gets another bar, gets a Tetris. Now has the double well set up. Please never say skimming a Tetris again. Why not? It's factually accurate, that's what's happening on the board. Honestly, I've stopped even saying the other thing. It's funny enough just watching people be saying something that is perfectly innocent, and then people just getting angry. Anyways, AV taking full burns here. Will opt out of the S spin on the first S, opt into it on the second and hits it. 360 for AV, 377 for Andy. So this gap keeping remarkably close to the first 80 lines, 3/4 of a Tetris lead for Andy, but AV taking a double-double. Gets the bar, gets the Tetris. Andy taking some doubles of his own. Waiting for the bar, there's the bar on the Tetris, up to 406. AV at 387. Still a 19,000 point lead for Andy. A double, some skims from both players. Bars, few and far between it seems at this point of the seed. There's going to be Andy getting a Tetris ready as the bar comes. 436 for AV, 433 for Andy. So AV actually taking a slight real-time lead. Andy takes the Tetris to take back the lead. Lead's now looking more like half a Tetris. But, ooh, AV having to take some skims here, gonna open up that L dependency, as Andy also taking some burns, getting Tetris ready. Maybe just waiting on the right piece to open up this right-hand side, opens up the right-hand side, gets the bar, gets the Tetris, but now has the hole in column 3, gonna open up the hole in column 3, fills it in, with the, gets the square for the left-hand side, she's clean again. Andy now dealing with this awkward parity in the centre, is just gonna have to throw the J flat in there. So it's gonna not only create a couple more burns, but also that J dependency, which has to fill with the bar. Players getting close to transition here. AV Tetris up to 511, actually taking a lead here over Andy's 489. Andy Tetris up to 513. Tetris for AV, one line till transition at 536. She's gonna take a triple into transition. 542 is gonna be the trans score for AV. Tetris for Andy, 538. So it's neck and neck into 19 once more. Players showing they are very evenly matched. Tetris for Andy, 565. AV into level 20 at 574. Tetris for AV, 601. Andy readying up the Tetris. AV going into level 21 at 603. Let's keep an eye out for what Andy goes in at. 598, so 5,000 points separates the two players into level 21. And AV now in a bit of an awkward board as Andy is Tetris ready. AV's bringing the board down nicely. Andy takes the Tetris, will take the lead. But AV close to cleanliness, close to godliness. Tetris for AV at 643. Andy at 655, a bit behind the lines as well, but AV takes another Tetris. Andy taking some skims, waiting on the bar, blocks off the well as the bar comes. Taking another double. AV takes another Tetris up to 701. Andy into level 23, blocks off the well again as the bar comes, 665. Andy though gets the Tetris up to 695. AV is into level 24, 704. Andy in at 699. Again, 5,000 points separating the two players into level 24, halfway through level 19, and they're still as close as they have been for the last 100 lines. Some burns here for Andy, 736 for Andy, 751 for AV, Tetris for AV up to 784. Opening up that gap. Andy taking some skims. Avi takes a skim at a Tetris. To 817. Andy takes Tetris. 771. Tetris for AV, 853. We're getting into the end game of level 19 here. Tetris for Andy, 805. Will we see Andy's famed Das 29 play coming into play? He takes another Tetris, 838. AV Tetris is to 890. AV getting that right hand side opened up, gets the bar, gets the Tetris up to 927, Andy up to 876. AV's into level 28, Andy still has another Tetris, Tetris into level 28 for 913 for Andy. AV has potential, well, theoretical 2 Tetris left, but her board's high up, she's going to be lucky to get 1 here. Andy takes the Tetris, needs to get this last bar. AV gets the Tetris into kill screen, 974, she's going to be done. Andy needs this final Tetris, 974 is AV's top out score. Andy setting up. Is set up, gets the bar, gets the Tetris at 989. Andy is going to make the chase down. And sneaks in. With no lines left, Andy gets the Tetris into kill screen and takes game 3. Yeah, that is pretty much exactly how the last game of Jonas Cup went. Oh, yes, the last game of Andy versus AV in Jonas Cup. But unlike this is definitely not the last game. GG's. Andy now leads 2-1. Right, both players ready. Game number 4 will be starting out in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Also, Luna, you're talking about yourself being a god. I'm the one called Hecate. That's a bitch. I am the god of losing DAS control. Both players, a bit of a rough start. Neither player getting a Tetris in the first 11 lines. Avi's going to get a Tetris, as is Andy. About the same time. Tetris for AV up to 56. Andy opens up the well just as the bar comes for the Tetris up to 58. Another Tetris for AV. And a Tetris for Andy. Tetris for AV. And using that bar to fill in the LJ dependency and another bar for the Tetris. AV already dropping down another up to 125 and Andy up to 127. And another Tetris for AV, 148. Tetrises are flowing in now after that awkward beginning. Tetris for Andy as well. 100. The players are tied to the number right now. 150,100 points for both players. AV taking some burns, as is Andy. 2 doubles and a single for AV. I'm not exactly sure what, I think it was maybe 3 singles, but there's a double. Some more burns for Andy. Couldn't take the Tetris when the bar came and now has had to block off the well. It's now doing some burning. AV has a chance to come ahead, it's going to Tetris up to 201. And Tetris says up to 183 and AV Tetris up to 224. AV is a bit ahead in lines, so AV has a 1 Tetris pace lead. So Andy Tetris up to 205. Now a 1 Tetris real-time lead as well. Tetris for AV, nice building up that board. Now building up the right hand side too. Andy Tetris to 235. So same number of lines, we have about a Tetris and a half lead. And hello Classic Tetris League with a rate of 56. You're just in time to watch a banger game go down between Pixel Andy and AvGeek. Currently at 2-1 after AV won off to Max in game number 1 to win it, and in game number 2, AV won off to Max to win it, and in game 3, Andy got a Tetris into the kill screen to take it. AV hitting that Vits, blocking off the well though, gonna reopen it with that bar, just waiting on the bar for the Tetris. Tetris for Andy though, 333. To AV's 349. AV still with the half a Tetris lead, will get the bar, get the Tetris. Andy also getting the Tetris, another Tetris for AV as well. According to the standings, this is the first game Andy drops all season. Yes, it is indeed. After 5 sets of perfect 4-0s, Andy was finally dealt a blow. AV gets the bar, just fills in that bar dependency instead of taking the Tetris. Now has to block off the well. Gets it open, gets the Tetris. Andy setting up in that double well. AV gets another Tetris up to 467. There's quite a bit ahead in lines, but I think still has the pace lead. Andy blocking off the well. Will get another bar after he reopens it, gets the Tetris up to 429. But AV 467, about a 2 Tetris lead, maybe 1.5. As we're getting close to level 19. Some more skims here from Andy. Very nice key tuck. Setting up the key tuck even. AV I think overflipped that J but had the bar coming next to fill in the dependency at left. Unless that was intentional, in which case I'm just a dummy. Tetris for Andy, 1 Tetris away from transition, 501. Bro, AV, stop playing puzzles, says Hazel. I mean, yeah, there are some very puzzly setups here. AV waiting on the bar for that Tetris into transition. It's going to take the skim in instead, and the triple, and a single, and then more skims, a bit of a drought into transition. Another triple for AV. Andy doing the same, making a hole in the stack, and now a bit of an overhang on the right hand side is going to resolve both of those though, as he's still waiting on the bar. AV loses Tetris readiness right as the bar shows up and now blocks off the well. 583 for AV, 538 for Andy, so AV with a significant lead, and Andy now also doing a bit of digging but reopens the well as the bar comes, gets the Tetris up to 566, into level 21, paces are close to equal now. Tetris for AV, Tetris for Andy. Tetris for Andy 618, Tetris for AV 648 into level 22. Andy going into level 22 620. You can see how close these players are. Andy readjusting his seating position. Getting comfy for the long 19 that is to come. Tetris for Andy, AV takes a Tetris as well. Has that hole in the bottom, so you've got to try and excavate either that or play on row 2, which never ideal when you're dassing row 2 on level 19. AV gets the bar for that centre that was becoming a problem. Now another bar dependency, gets the bar, gets those burns. Andy 702, AV 704, it's neck and neck, but AV is in a very bad situation, hangs that S, and that's going to be it for AV at 704. Andy with a Tetris with 734, will take game 4. GG's. Andy's up 3-1, but for those viewers coming in from monthly Tetris, from Classic Tetris League, 3-1 does not mean the set is over. DAS Champions League is a best of 6. So Andy needs one more win to win the set outright. He has secured at the very least a draw. But if AV can win the next 2, then we can get a draw. Looks like Andy's playing this one out, going for the max, perhaps. Okay, Andy is setting up for a kill tryst now. Presumably. Maybe not maxable, but level 30able perhaps? Can he get anything over? Yes, he can get that L over. He hits level 30. Let's see how far it goes. I think that's gonna be it. Getting a couple more skims though. 943 gonna be the final score for Andy. The casual DAS 30. There's only a baker's dozen of people who can do that in the world, but he just casually drops it in a match. Anyways. Both players ready for game number 5. So let's get it started in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Sure, I'll explain what a draw is. It's when you get the same number of points. But, I mean, for those not in the know, this is the league phase, so it is 3 points for a win of any kind. Not like in Classic Tetris League. The final scores of each match don't actually matter so long as you win, in terms of your points at least. 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a loss. The same as Champions League football. Wait, hold up, what WTF is that D48? Is that might have been from Dog? I know they are playing on the same setup, and Dog did immediately just come, or Andy did just immediately hop onto Dog's setup, I think, after he finished playing CTL. That was a whole bunch of word salad that I hope was understandable. Bar spin for Andy, and the J-tuck and the square perfectly filling out that board, but then the S nowhere to go, so has to go flat, block off the well a bit, but he reopens it. AV meanwhile in a bit of a dig here. Currently at 45,000. Andy Tetris up to 126. Maybe at 49. Set up for a centre well dirty Tetris. Row 8, column 4, or row 7, column 4, sorry. But has to just burn out of it, the bar not coming. Another Tetris for Andy to 150. He's taking a strong lead early on in this game. AV gets that Tetris though, up to 81,000. Andy Tetris up to 173,000, so a 4 Tetris lead early on in level 18. In the first 45 lines, another Tetris for Andy. Maybe takes a couple burns. That's... I don't even know if I'm doing that right. Tetris for Andy, 242. Oh no, AV was not Tetris ready. He gets set up with the Aki bar. And you know this is not my stream, Hazel. Well, if I'm not doing it right, that's too bad. That's stress. I have no idea. Tetris for Andy, 289. AV at 175. Make that 198. Even if this was my stream, I'd probably just refund that because I've been streaming for like 3.5 hours. My voice is way too tired for that. Ooh, AV with a misshift, but taking a couple burns, bringing the board down in height, making it more manageable. Built in the LJ dependency. Both players waiting on a bar for a Tetris here. There's the bar Tetris for AV up to 222. Andy at 315, make that 338. 5 Tetris lead here for Andy as we're about 80 lines in to level 18. Tetris for Andy up to 362. AV's got a lot to come back. She takes a Tetris up to 275, Andy up to 385. Tetris for Andy, 408. Tetris for AV, 298. AV taking a triple, burning down to row 2. Getting set up for the row 2 Tetris. Tetris for AV up to 327. Andy Tetrising up to 454. And he's actually behind in lines. So Andy, I don't know how Andy keeps on growing this lead. He's just playing so efficiently. Another Tetris for Andy up to 477. Now the lead growing to 6 Tetrises as we're past the 100 line mark. Maybe taking some more burns. Andy takes a Tetris. AV wants a bar real badly, but is forced to take some more burns. Andy takes another Tetris. AV just not getting the pieces she needs at all up high here. This is dangerous now for AV. Gets a single with that L going to the dependency. AV's board up very high, gets that L over with a pole vault, taking these skims. Can she bring this down? She has 11 lines to do it. She's taking these burns. Can she dig out of this? She's got 3 lines to go until transition. She's brought it down a bit. Oh, the piece is just not coming. Can she get anything over? She gets the quick tap, I think. But now that's going to be at 354. AV's going to be done. And Andy will take game 5 and will take the set 4-1. GG's. Andy victorious once again. But AV managing to take the first game off of Andy out of anyone in the DAS Champions League. We'll see if anyone else is able to. He has 2 matches remaining. Let me check who those matches are against. But AV is done. will be finishing off her season, currently in 17th. We'll see how that changes. There's still quite a few people below her with matches left to play. But she's guaranteed to at least be in the top 24 for the final bracket playoff. Yeah, the top 24 is pretty much set in stone, unless Sid never wins one of her last two matches. So Pixel Andy just has Bendy and Dog left to play. The other two Pool 1 opponents. Those are in fact the only Pool 1 versus Pool 1 matches left to be played. But yes, congrats to Andy for another win. Commiserations to AvGeek. But again, congrats on taking the game. But that's going to be it from me for Das Tetris. Let's see if anyone else is live. Kingsman's live. Let's keep the raid chain going and send your lovely folks over to Kingsman. So thanks to everyone for watching. Make sure to follow Das Tetris for more Das Tetris. And goodbye. Peace.